Yo, what's going on, guys? Today we are unboxing the brand new 14-inch M1 Max MacBook Pro. This thing is fully spec'd out, and I definitely have never been this excited for a Apple product, so I'm so stoked to kind of dive into this video, show you guys kind of all the new ports, what I think of this computer, and just kind of my first impressions of it. And then in addition, I actually have the brand new Generation 3 AirPods. You guys might see I have two pairs here, and I'm actually going to save this and unbox this in a second video, so definitely make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. And also you're gonna wanna make sure you're subscribed because I picked up two pairs because I'm actually going to give away one of the Generation 3 AirPods. So definitely stay tuned for that video. It should be coming out next after this one, and you guys definitely want to enter that giveaway. So yeah, the AirPods 3, I'm super stoked for that, but that'll be for the next video. All right, so let's move this stuff out of the way and let's dive right into the unboxing of this MacBook because, man, this thing is a game changer if you're in the creative field or you just need a powerhouse of a computer. Let's just, stop talking. Let's dive right into the unboxing. All right, so we got our brand new MacBook right here. Let's go ahead and peel it off, see how it sounds. Oh yeah, there is just no better sound or feeling than that right there. First thing I'm thinking right now is, honestly, this thing feels pretty heavy. I'm excited to see how thick this MacBook feels in the hand. Let's go ahead and open it. Oh yeah, man, wow. Okay, pull the tab here. Man, okay, before we unwrap the actual MacBook itself, man, this thing is thick. All right, before we do that though, let's see what else we have in the box itself. So we have our documentation here that always comes with your Apple products. Now, if you're like myself, you don't really care about the documentation too much, but here's the thing some people get super excited about is the Apple stickers, which I never really use them for much of anything, but the black stickers included with this are just so sick. Now, the next thing we have is the new power cable, which is obviously a big topic because we are finally getting MagSafe back for the new MacBooks, which I am super excited about. So let's go ahead and take this thing out. This cable feels really high quality. It's like a nice braided cable. If I can get it out of here, throw that over to the side. And yeah, there's your cable. About standard length. I think it's like 2 meters long, but yeah, we have our USB-C on one side and then we have the MagSafe on the other right here. So yeah, I am definitely happy to have MagSafe back. And then the power brick that comes with this, it looks like it's pretty similar size to the last MacBook ones, if I can open it here. And yeah, this is the 96 watt power brick charger for the new 14-inch M1 MacBook Pro. And that's pretty much it for what comes in the box. So let me move this trash out of the way and we'll kind of unwrap the MacBook itself. All right, so time to unwrap this thing. Let's go ahead and pull the tab and man, I am so excited. You guys ready? Oh yes. Get that paper out of the way. Man. Wow, this thing is incredible. Okay, so obviously I got the space gray. I guess I should go ahead and tell you guys what the specs are of the MacBook that I ordered. Maybe I will have already put it on the screen, but I got the 14-inch M1 Max MacBook Pro. So it is the, let me make sure I get it all right here. We have the 14-inch M1 MacBook Pro, the 10-core CPU, the 32-core GPU, 64 gigs of memory, and then 2 terabytes of storage. And I think that is going to be the perfect machine for me. Man, this space gray looks awesome. The first thing you notice are the ports on the sides. It's so crazy to have the ports back, which definitely we're gonna talk about in a second. And then this MacBook just inscribed on the bottom here. Man, that is so clean. Wow, I love this design. Okay, all right, let's just go ahead and open it up and then we can talk more about some of the specifics and my first impressions of it. With the weight of it, I think we can open this up with one finger. Oh yeah, oh man. Oh, you guys hear that? All right, so we'll go ahead and remove the paper there and it's just already starting up on its own. All right, so the first thing I'm noticing right off the bat is just the keyboard looks amazing with how it's black behind the keys now. We have no more touch bar, thank goodness. We have the Touch ID up there. The screen looks huge compared to the 13-inch. Obviously we have the notch, which we'll talk about in a second. The touchpad seems huge, and I can't believe this is like the similar body size as the 13-inch M1 MacBook Pro, which I have back here. So we'll check that out, kind of physical size all compared together here in a second. So I, for one, am so excited they brought back all these ports. We have the HDMI, we have a Thunderbolt 4, we have the SD card slot, which I use every single day. I'm super excited for that. On the other side, we have our MagSafe charger, where that goes into 2 more Thunderbolt 4 ports, and then you know, your 3.5 for headphones right there. Yeah, it's interesting because it definitely does remind you a bit of some of the you know, old school models of MacBooks, but man, it's like, I am totally down with it being a little bit thicker and a little bit of a different design, and the fact that it's a little bit heavier, I'm totally fine with, especially if we're gonna get more power, the ports back. This thing looks amazing. This screen feels huge in the 14-inch. I'm so glad I went with the 14-inch and not the 16-inch. Wow, yeah, this screen looks amazing. I'm just gonna breeze through this kind of startup real quick just so we can see, you know, what the actual home screen looks like. First thing, I'm typing in just my Wi-Fi password, and the keys feel and sound amazing. All right, so let's set up our Touch ID here, which is pretty cool. I love having Touch ID on my other MacBook. It comes in handy all the time, especially just to unlock it quickly or if you're making a quick purchase. All right, and there we go. There is our home screen. So this thing is honestly looking incredible. All right, so now we are kind of through the whole setup process. Obviously, I'm gonna have to download all my stuff later. Let's just talk a little bit more about the first impressions of this computer. So yeah, I love just the design of it. I like kind of how the top is square, but then it kind of has the rounded bottom part. Looks like it has kind of like a vent on the back here, and then also on either side, which is cool. I think it's kind of interesting they're bringing back these like foot pads. On the older MacBooks, you definitely don't have that. And yeah, this screen is super thin, but it feels sturdy. It doesn't feel flimsy. And honestly, the notch doesn't really bother me. I know that's kind of like a hot topic, and a lot of people are really upset about the notch. I said this in one of my videos talking about when I ordered this, how I just don't really care about the notch. To me, I would rather have the extra real estate on either side of the camera than to just have a black bar that's useless across the entire top. So I don't really mind the notch. I know some people are really strongly opinionated on that, so let me know down in the comments below if you guys are really bothered by the notch. Do you not really care? I think it's one of those things where we're just gonna forget about it after using this for a couple weeks. But honestly, the screen feels crazy big. It seems super bright. It's so interesting that they don't have any MacBook branding now underneath the screen. And actually, let me unplug my M1 MacBook Pro and we'll see kind of how these stack up side by side. All right, so here's the M1 MacBook Pro, and let's just see kind of how it compares. So it definitely is a little bit bigger. I don't know how well you guys can see that on the camera. I'll try to show it on the over the top one. It's just a little bit bigger than the 13-inch M1 MacBook Pro. About the same thickness. I mean, I guess it is a little bit thicker. Definitely substantially thicker now. I see it kind of side by side. But yeah, it's definitely thicker. It's definitely heavier. But man, I'm definitely fine with that, especially if that means we are gonna get more performance out of this thing, which I think we all know we will. So yeah, I would say it feels a little bit bigger, but nothing crazy. And I think the 14-inch is the perfect size. I think the 16-inch is honestly huge. I think it'd be great if you're editing on the go all the time on just your MacBook, but I edit some on the go, and then I definitely have it docked up a lot of the time to my ultra-wide monitor back here. And I think if I need to do anything on the go, whether it be photo editing or video editing, this screen feels plenty big enough. So I think that pretty much sums up my initial thoughts of this brand new 14-inch M1 Max MacBook Pro. That's gonna take a little while to get used to saying, but overall, I'm super impressed by this. I love the body design of it. I don't mind the notch at all. The display looks amazing. It seems super bright. The 120 Hertz looks absolutely phenomenal. And if you're anyone like myself and you're in the creative field and you're really a pro user with your MacBook, I think this is the device that we've been waiting for. Between them getting rid of the touch bar and bringing back the physical keys, they brought back some of the ports that we wanted as well. It seems like for the first time in a while, they're really listening to what us creators wanted out of the MacBook Pro, And this thing seems like a pro device, and I can't wait to kind of install Lightroom and Premiere Pro and a bunch of other stuff and really kind of start pushing this thing to its limits. So guys, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of this MacBook Pro. Did you already pre-order one? Are you still kind of on the fence? Do you like the 14-inch over the 16-inch? Are you team notch? Are you team not notch? There's a lot to talk about with this MacBook Pro, but I definitely have a lot of content planned to film with it, especially this week. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. You don't wanna miss any future uploads. And as I mentioned, the next video is gonna be about these AirPods Generation 3. And you guys definitely don't want to miss that video as well, and the chance of the giveaway for them. So guys, that is it for me in today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, will you please drop this video a thumbs up? If you're new around here, consider subscribing. It helps out the channel a ton. And you definitely don't want to miss any of these future uploads about these products. And I will catch you guys in the next video very, very soon. Peace, guys.